This is our news, the weekend edition. And on the broadcast tonight, police investigating the latest homicide after a missing woman is found dead on Grand Bahama. Plus, PAHO concerned about the growing number of COVID-19 cases. And later, Long Island residents celebrate the class of 2020.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Andrew Knowles, and thanks so much for joining us. One man is in custody tonight in connection with the death of a female Haitian national on Grand Bahama. Police say the woman was reported missing on Friday. However, her body was discovered this morning shortly after 7 a.m. Police were called to a street commonly known as I-95 corner in the Pinedale community of 8 Mile Rock, where they found the victim's body in bushes. Further inquiries into the matter led to the subsequent arrest of a Haitian national male. Meantime, that cargo ship worker suspected of having COVID-19 symptoms has tested negative. Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Delon Brennan confirming to our news this afternoon. The 33-year-old male patient was transported to New Providence from Exuma on Thursday afternoon after displaying symptoms of COVID-19. Our news understands the patient works on a cargo ship that services the Caribbean. To date, there have been 104 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the Bahamas, 82 on New Providence, 13 on Bimini, 8 on Grand Bahama, and 1 on Cat Key. 11 persons have died from the virus. There are currently 19 active COVID-19 cases here in the Bahamas. Well, as the government continues to work out the kinks ahead of the July 1st reopening of the country's borders, the director of the Pan American Health Organization is expressing concern about the growing number of cases in the region. Georgie O'Bain reports.
With back and forth on whether the Bahamas is ready to accept visitors on July 1st, PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne revealed during a press conference this week that as of June 15th, there have been over 3 million coronavirus cases in the Americas.
As of June 15th, there have been more than 3.8 million cases and almost 204,000 deaths from COVID-19 reported in the Americas. We are fast approaching 4 million cases, and the epidemic is still accelerating in the region.
That accounts for the majority of the country's tourism market.
In the United States, cases and deaths have fallen in some of the hardest hit areas like New York, but are on the rise in Florida and Texas. Currently, the United States accounts for 54% of all cases in the Americas.
According to Dr. Etienne, COVID-19 cases are not slowing down, with the majority of the cases being reported in big cities. The PAHO director also expressed concern about the Caribbean, especially places such as Haiti, where there has been a steady rise in case numbers.
We remain concerned about Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Both countries, which share an active border, continue to report a rise in new cases, particularly Haiti. We are witnessing a spike in transmission in the north of Costa Rica, around the border with Nicaragua. French Guiana went from 140 to 1,326 cases only in 1 month.
Etienne called for solidarity to get through this pandemic. Reporting for Our News Weekend Edition, I'm Georgie O'Bain.
The Ministry of Education is in the process of discussing the elimination of standardized testing, according to Education Minister Jeff Lloyd, who says the topic has come up as officials discuss the new era of learning.
When you say abolition of standardized testing, naturally some countries have taken that route. I understand certain states in the United States have also given consideration to that. We in the Ministry of Education are in the business of continuing to advance and to upgrade and to assess how best we can serve our clients. And naturally, that is a subject that will be sometime discussed.
Amid uncertainty over how classrooms will be set up in the COVID-19 era, Lloyd said the ministry is examining models of other countries to determine what may work best for the Bahamas.
We want to do what is in the best interest of our students. This is a student-directed, student-centered universe, and what is best? Is standardized testing best? Is standardized testing on a volitional basis the best? Is the elimination of standardized testing best? Those will be evaluated. All of our stakeholders, the unions, parents, students, civil society, the government, let's take a look at it.
Lloyd added the government is mindful that no two students are alike. Therefore, input will be taken from all stakeholders on the future of examinations in the Bahamas.
Finland, for instance, don't really do that much testing. Much of it is work, collaboration, projects. That works for them. Can that work for us? Even if it is not across the board, can it work for us in selective circumstances? All of that is under consideration.
Acting Labour Director John Pinder is suggesting government assist family islanders in entering the tourism industry. He says there is a great opportunity for more boutique hotels.
More persons in the family islands have to make their homes kind of do some renovations, make it acceptable that persons can live in there for a few days to help to make it more rooms for tourists to come, because you don't want to have one property that is controlling all the tourism product as it relates to tourists coming to a particular island. We're going to have to do a little more, the Airbnb thing, some little more smaller motels rather than a huge hotel. And I believe the government has to assist with trying to ensure that places are able to build more hotel rooms, to accommodate more tourists, especially again like these islands that were not touched by COVID-19.
As many of the major hotel properties are still not open, Pinder said hoteliers should use this time to train their staff, especially in new health and safety protocols.
Training the staff and making sure they're all able to keep up with whatever recommendations coming from the health professionals as relates to the social distancing and all of that. I think once people are comfortable when they come to visit the Bahamas at these properties and they see us, being responsible as relates to try as best we can to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 until such time and some vaccination has reached the Bahamas. I heard to experiment with some now, if that is necessary.
It wasn't the type of graduation they had planned for, but students at MGM Major High School in Long Island got their chance to walk across the stage yesterday in a celebration that saw much of the community come out to wish them well. Our Kyle Joaquin was there and has a story.
It was a far from normal graduation ceremony for the 30 students saying farewell to the halls of MGM Major High School. Despite having no confirmed cases of COVID-19 on the island, social distancing was still the order of the day as the graduates were spaced out on the school's basketball court and even wore specially designed face masks. Though different, the ceremony for them was better than any of them expected.
Yeah, I feel better than a regular one, to be honest. All the people out there making noise. Has to be a Long Island style.
It feels good, to finally graduate out of school.
For twin sisters Caitlin and Haley Burrows, who both graduated with honors, it's off to USF.
It is different, but my sister is my best friend, and I've always relied on her, and we've always been close, so I love having her by my side for all these years, and I know I couldn't have done it without her. For the school's valedictorian Silas Turnquest Jr., it's off to university, where he'll major in engineering. And for one of the school's star athletes, Brian Gibson, UB will be the new home where he'll develop his track skills.
Feels great. It feels though we have had hard times, we still managed to get through it all. We showed perseverance, patience, and endurance, all lead to success in the end.
So my coach training me and pushing me hard, and all my teachers to challenge myself and do the best that I can do.
But the day was even more special for graduates like Ashley Fox, who, despite the challenge of being visually impaired since first grade, graduated with honors and walked away with the Principal's Award.
So much things I want to do. I would like to write. I could like to be a businesswoman. I would like to sing.
She's an honor roll student. She is a beautiful vocalist. She has beautiful skills in poetry and literature, and she just continues to work hard.
Principal Endel Adderley said after the COVID-19 pandemic came and disrupted their last term of school, the administration felt it necessary to give the students some sort of send-off.
After the children would have worked so hard all these years, they needed to have some closure, and we could not let them go without a closure, and this is what it is. This is what they got.
And now it's on to the real world for these Long Islanders. But as for what they'll miss most,
each other and others, and some of the teachers. And I don't want to leave Long Island.
It'll be the friends and the jokes in class and getting on the teachers' nerves most of all.
you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that because that was really the highlight of it all.
From Long Island for Our News, I'm Kyle Joaquin.
And congratulations to all the graduates. Well, still ahead tonight, we hear from one college senior as she prepares to celebrate her milestone amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So stay tuned.
Our world has changed. Many businesses have been closed for months with little or no access to their customers until now. Rev Media can help you remain connected to your customers. Our trusted customized advertising packages and personalized consultants will provide your business with immeasurable support during this challenging time. Your customers are already watching. Rev Media can help you to remain connected. Call us today. Let us help you.
Next tonight, the COVID-19 pandemic has ushered in a new normal, and no one understands that more than college graduates. In this report, Jasmine Brown takes a look at how one member of the class of 2020 is coping with COVID-19 and how it will impact her immediate future.
College graduation season is full of traditions that include caps and gowns, graduation photos, and of course that long-awaited graduation ceremony attended by proud family members and friends. However, this graduation season is unlike any other for college seniors as they prepare to celebrate their milestones amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Tashay Roll is one of those graduates. Roll, who is graduating from the University of the Bahamas in less than 2 weeks, says the last 3 months have not been easy.
It's been very up and down. I feel like I've definitely learned a lot and grown a lot personally, just having to go through all of these hard times and persevere in the midst of these last set of classes, which have been really difficult as well.
The law and criminal justice major is one of thousands of Bahamians across the world graduating from college this year. And while many think the class of 2020 is having extremely bad luck, she says they have had to do what they've had to do in order to complete this chapter of their lives.
Being at home in, quarantine really forced me to focus, and I actually ended up getting, I think, the highest GPA that I've gotten while being at UB.
Despite COVID-19 turning her academic world upside down, it has not dampened her drive to continue her education. Roll says she still plans on attending law school in the United Kingdom this fall, even though she knows COVID-19 will make it a much different experience than she expected.
I would be going on to do my LLB, and I plan on doing that in the UK at the University of Law, so that's what's next for me. In terms of things like social distancing, I'd obviously need to do things like that. There's actually a big proposal going on now with the university that I've applied for that the first semester might be online. So I might not even go there, but if I do, they have promised that they would do things like social distancing, and it would be sort of a mix between online learning and face-to-face learning, depending on what the government decides to do.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Jasmine Brown.
When Our News, the weekend edition, comes back from the break, Believers Embassy International feeds residents of the community. So stay with us.
Rev is making it easier for you to complete all your lockdown errands in one trip. You can now pay your Rev bill at all participating Solomon's locations, including the Yamacraw, Old Trail, and Lucaya Freeport locations, effective Thursday, April 23rd, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and thereafter, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So shop for those much-needed groceries and pay your bill at the same time, all the convenience in one location. Cash payments accepted. Rev, you and us together.
Amid high unemployment and economic uncertainty, a local church is lending a helping hand to Carmichael Road residents. Believers Embassy International served free lunch to about 200 people. Lead pastor is Stephen Monroe.
The Bible teaches us that true religion is about feeding the homeless, make sure check on the widows and the orphanage, the orphans. And so this is what we do. That's true religion. He says, I was hungry, you didn't feed me. I was thirsty, you didn't give me drink. I was in prison, you didn't visit me. And so I believe that this is our mandate, a mandate as the church to go out into the world and make an impact in our sphere.
Pastor Monroe said they will continue to do whatever they can to give back to the community.
We'll not be able to save the world, but I believe the little that we do and the little that everyone else will contribute in would be able to make a great and a huge difference in the life of many people.
Up next, the local Sickle Cell Association honors a pioneer in the field.
Happy Foods, Happy Foods, 242, 242, Happy Foods, 242, food galore just for you. Happy Food, 242, food galore just for you. This ain't no talking show, it's an eating show. Sasha Laurel is the host of Happy Foods, 242, food galore just for you. Happy Foods, 242, food galore.
Welcome back to our news, the weekend edition. The Bahamas Sickle Cell Association celebrated World Sickle Cell Day on Friday by honoring those who have helped to bring awareness to the disorder. President of the association, Kayla Smith Mortimer, says Dr. Patrick Roberts, who passed away last weekend, is being recognized.
We don't want to just celebrate the day, but we want to celebrate each and every person who has the disease because they're such phenomenal people. Also, we want to share this day with our founder of the Bahamas Sickle Cell Association, Dr. Patrick Roberts, who passed away, I think it's about a week now. And so we want to use this day to share our love and appreciation. Dr. Roberts has always been there. As I said, he started with a group of concerned parents and citizens in the 70s. And we don't have an official building or office space. So Dr. Roberts willingly gave his keys to his office to us. And so that's where we hold our monthly meetings on the Fort Hill. So we're very appreciative of Dr. Roberts and his wife.
Sickle cell anemia is one of a group of disorders known as sickle cell disease. Sickle cell anemia is an inherited red blood cell disorder in which there aren't enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout the body. Smith Mortimer says while the association has continued to assist sickle cell warriors over the years, they are looking to have more people join their cause.